Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, January 25th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, Cash App, $ ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got WWE Saturday Night Main Event live. It's going to start here roughly on Peacock and NBC in about 2 minutes. So we're going to get together and watch a little bit of Saturday Night Main Event. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing a double dip, a double header. We're going to be streaming tomorrow from noon all the way to 7 p.m. with maybe about a 5-minute break from once the first game ends. It'll be the Commanders visiting the Eagles. So we'll be live at noon tomorrow. And as soon as that game ends, we'll quit the stream, or I might have to cut it out just a little bit early, like within the last 30 seconds, as long as we know who wins. That way I can get the tag words and the thumbnail prep for the next stream, which will start at 3:30 Pacific, where the Buffalo Bills are going to Arrowhead against the Kansas City Chiefs. So a little bit of wrestling today, a doubleheader tomorrow, AFC and NFC championship game, and then we're going to do Monday Night Raw on Monday. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday. And the card looks pretty good today. Again, that's kind of one of the main reasons. At first, I was just going to do a stream like we did yesterday, where we were going to go over the AFC, NFC championship game, kind of just, prediction, preview, and any other information on the injury report that we should be aware of. And then I was going to go into maybe doing some of the coaching grades based off the hires. The Saints are the last team to hire a coach, but I was going to kind of wait for the Saints to hire their coach, and then we can end up giving grades A through F. Obviously, we know the Dallas Cowboys made a move last night, as well as the Niners bringing Salah back at defensive coordinator. But once they get the Saints job filled, whether that's Mike McCarthy or someone else, then we'll be able to do a show off the grades as well. Daniel in the building, what's good? Megan in the building, what's good? Sarah in the building, what's good? Smash that like button. We'll try to get 20 within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and obviously 100 on the donos on every single stream. Great win for the Kraken. I saw that Sidney Crosby scored the 1 goal, but we won 4-1, and we had 4 different individuals that scored a goal for the Kraken, including Matty Beniers. So pretty awesome. We'll have to kind of wait and see what we get with the coaching hires and whatnot. But I'm definitely excited to see what we get here tonight on WWE Saturday Night Main Event. Let's go. And I had to do the custom thumb there with Cody Rhodes on one side, and then obviously Kevin Owens with the winged eagle on the right. Let's go. And for anybody obviously wondering, or if they didn't got a chance to really see what the matchups are, we're going to have a World Heavyweight Championship, the ring general Gunther versus Jey Uso. That should be good. We have the undisputed WWE Championship contract signing with these two guys. Shawn Michaels will be available. Intercontinental Championship, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Yes, please. And then we get a Women's World Championship with Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. And then a throw-in match is a good one with some brawlers, Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. So, normally, when it's the day before the AFC NFC championship game, I usually would have done another kind of preview and predictions type of stream. But we did the Pete Carroll and we did the AFC NFC preview and predictions. But, I thought, this would be something cool to do. Everyone's got NBC for the most part, and some people have Peacock, so it gives an opportunity for us to get together and watch some wrestling for about an hour or two, and then we're going to be grinding heavy. I already ended up making the thumbnails today because I knew I wasn't going to have time. While I have to take care of Paisley, I'll probably have to do 2 walks before noon tomorrow, one at like 6, 7 a.m., another one at like 10, but the thumbnails are made for tomorrow. And I'm ready for the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game. Shawn Michaels coming down. All right, baby, here we go. Let's get it, baby. Ripley, the best female seller of moves probably in this generation. And I know I'm not the only one that has noticed, as far as women that could actually wrestle men. We had China back in the day, but Ripley is even more skilled than China What a fantastic wrestler. Can't wait to be able to see some of the matches that we have here tonight. They're in San Antonio tonight. But a good card, though, for 4 main matches. Gunther, Jey Uso, yes, please. Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, yes, please. Both for the championship. Intercontinental, Braun Breaker and Sheamus, yes, please. And Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu as a filler match. That's awesome. So, again, I'm pretty excited about, the opportunity to be able to hang out here. Ooh, $1 Million Man. I see you. Let's go, baby. And then anything that we want to be able to discuss and go over based off tomorrow's games, the hires from the NFL coaches on their new teams, or any other news that you want to go over, NBA or NHL related, please go ahead. But I'm just going to soak in a little bit of wrestling here for about an hour or two. And again, we'll have a very busy day tomorrow where I'm going to have probably about 5 minutes of rest. And once one game ends, another one starts. So it's not like I'm going to have some time to be able to recover. It's pretty much grind it out from 12 to 3:30, and then from 3:30 to 7, do the AFC Championship game. So we'll figure out the NFC Super Bowl representative first, either the Commanders or the Eagles, and then they save the best for last, supposedly, with the Bills and the Chiefs. Saturday night main event. Let's go. And I like the fact that this is on NBC and Peacock. I just can't wait until we get like maybe SmackDown on a streaming platform, so that way we can do these Saturday nights often. And obviously we're going to be doing a lot of Monday Night Raw as well. And we're going into Royal Rumble next Saturday. So I feel this is going to be a nice key stretch from now until next Saturday, the Royal Rumble there in Indy. Sarah, obviously very familiar with that stadium. And we'll definitely be doing Royal Rumble live as well. I'm definitely going to, try to squeeze some Kraken matchups in as well. Usually probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Those will probably be the days that we'll be looking for Kraken. And I was kind of considering it today, but the game was on at 1 p.m. Pacific. So I figured that would be too early for you to show up. I didn't really know the time difference on what time that would have been for you, but I kind of figured you might have been sleeping. It would have been a little bit early, but we'll definitely get some Kraken matchups in. I might even squeeze in a few NBA games, Blazers, and a few other teams. But we're here for WWE Saturday night main event, and I'm ready. Lenny D in the building. What's good? Oh, you're going to miss the Royal Rumble? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. But I know you'll be able to watch it when you have the free time, but we'll definitely be live, and we'll be watching it here. Let's get into the card here. What intrigues you the most? What intrigues me the most tonight, believe it or not, is the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. I was here about 9 or 10 years ago. Tell him, Jesse the Body. In his career. He's now going to face Braun Breaker. Oh, you were up early. I'll tell you what, the pressure truly is on Sheamus. Because if he wins, this is the only time. Yeah, but I'm really hoping for the time that we can do Saturday night, Monday night, and Thursday night, and once SmackDown, or Friday night, but once SmackDown is available, and if it is available for me to do through a streaming, platform, then we can do those, and then eventually down the road, maybe even something like NXT. But I want to start off with Saturday night and Monday Night Raw, and then as we get to SmackDown on Friday, if there's nothing else to do, and I have an availability to do that, that'll give us another option for a little bit of extra content while we're trying to fill in the gaps until we end up getting into February. More NASCAR will be starting up. We'll do a little bit of that. Obviously, we'll be sprinkling NHL, college hoops, and the NBA. March Madness in March, as we see Nia Jax coming down to the ring, going against Rhea Ripley. I love it. And then, obviously, once we get March Madness completed, we know we're one step closer to some MLB baseball and the Seattle Mariners. You were? Bro, you didn't send me any photos. Did you have decent seats, or were you pretty far back? How was it? I do have a Facebook. You follow me on there, I'll follow you back. Demon in the building. What's good? Pat McAfee, Michael Cole. And the energy should be good because they film these main events before Monday Night Raw. So I'm not sure if you got a chance to see this live, Lenny D, but that's what they've been saying, that, obviously they have these filler streams and typically they have to squeeze in the shows. And that's kind of how it's always been, like back in the day when they had like Sunday Night Heat back in the day. And then they would have that and, like Monday Night Raw combined or Sunday Night Heat and SmackDown combined. Pretty cool. And I always like being able to see Ripley, do her thing. Again, she is not really like any other female superstar that we've seen. I mean, of course, we've had some that, give you some similarities, like Lita, being that kind of edgy wrestler back in the day in the 90s. And then obviously Saraya, Paige would be the closest thing. But in my opinion, Paige Saraya is nowhere near the athlete of Rhea Ripley. She sells moves better than any other female. She's tough. She's physical. She's got the look, and it feels like it's not forced. It's a genuine, this is who I am. And obviously we've seen what she looked like when she was first coming up, blonde, brunette, kind of look like everyone else. But I feel that this gimmick is going to be something that Ripley can do for the rest of her career. She doesn't even need to switch up her hair color or her look or her vibe unless it's something that they personally want to do, something creative and new and different. And I'm definitely excited to see what we get here in this opening match with Rhea Ripley. And speaking of Nia Jax, as a wrestler that a lot of the females wanted out because they thought she was a liability of hurting other wrestlers. And that was the case early on. She has worked pretty hard to be able to get into better shape, lose weight, and gain a better relationship, I think, with the other female wrestlers in the back. And she has kind of made some headway, since her return in WWE on the roster, and her wrestling skills have improved as well. So we'll see what we get here on this opening match.
The legendary Lillian Garcia.
Nice. It's always good to be able to have someone that that works at the facility. So that way, if there are seats that are open for people, and then you can jump in there, then you get a better time to be able to enjoy the show. Sweet, dude.
The challenger from San Diego, California.
I'm telling you, Sarah, I know sometimes, when you haven't been doing it regularly, just the thought of it feels like, oh God, this is going to take so long for me to get to the, weight that I'll feel like I'm getting results, or I feel like, I'm satisfied. But trust me when I say, the first part is just starting. And then once you start, it's just about being consistent with it, and again, then it becomes a routine, and then you'll be able to start seeing results, and you'll start feeling, I think, better, not only about yourself, but about just everything that's going on in your life. Then it might, go down a path of maybe eating a little bit healthier. And then once you put those two things together, eating a little healthier, exercising a little more, you'll be surprised on how fast the pounds will come off. But it's all about that discipline. We all love food. Ripley outside of the ring on Nia Jax. But again, if you can have that discipline and just start, you'd be really shocked. If you just try, you can get results. It's just, I get it. I'm a foodie too. I love food. Sometimes it's hard just to eat until, you get satisfied. A lot of times we love to be able to eat until we can't move. But, if we keep doing that to our bodies, obviously it's going to cut off some years on our life as well. Jax, ooh, right on Ripley in the corner. AM in the building. Odin in the building. What's good? Yeah, but she's got that emo goth look, Lenny D. So regardless if she wears kind of like a pale makeup and her arms are a little bit more tan or whatnot, I mean, that's just kind of the look that she's going for. Oh! Ooh. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 20 within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall. And obviously, we'll be shooting for 100 on the donos on every single stream. And then we'll be live tomorrow, bright and early, obviously, for the NFC Championship game, the Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll give you guys a little teaser here with the thumbnail. Let's see what we got here. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. So for the first game, we got the NFC Championship game. We got Jaden Daniels, top 5 quarterback already. Jalen Hurts, NFC Championship game, Commanders and Eagles. And then right after that game ends with no break in between, we got Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills and Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So it took me some time to kind of go through it, but definitely ready for the NFC Championship game and AFC Championship game. But we can soak in a little bit of wrestling for Saturday night main event. And then we'll be live on Monday for Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So definitely excited for wrestling, football, wrestling. And then once we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe we can get a little bit of Kraken hockey, Blazer basketball, or something else. Odin's like, I love the goth women, baby. How you doing with your leg? How is everything going with your health? You know, physically and your mental health. How you doing with everything so far since you had the injury? Yeah, that would be crazy, right? You know, every good story kind of comes to an end. Now, I feel if Washington's defense was better and it was similar to Kansas City's or Philadelphia's, then I feel that it'd be a little bit stronger of an argument and more people would believe. But if they beat the Eagles, you know, I don't think that you're going to be able to beat Buffalo or Kansas City. So, but, you know, we'll see. But history typically says, you know, whenever you get like a superstar player kind of emerging, you know, most of the time they'll lose either in the championship round or they'll overachieve, make the Super Bowl, but then they lose in the Super Bowl like Jared Goff did. Like you can get to a certain point, but usually your luck will run out when you get to the, you know, the championship where you got a team that's got the offense, the defense, you know, the O-line, the D-line, you know, the coaching, the play calling, and obviously having Andy Reid and Spags is a huge, you know, obviously piece to have in your corner for both of those. So we'll see where it goes. Oh, really? Dude, that's sweet. Hell yeah. I'm happy for you, bro. That's always exciting when you can get someone that, you know, has been in the business, you know, either a scout and you could be able to, you know, gain some pointers or be a little wrestling dummy and whatnot. That's awesome, man. Yeah, well, obviously we know the Eagles. You know, I picked the Eagles and the Chiefs to win this weekend, so it's not like I went against you guys. You know, just because we think it would be cool, you know, to see the Commanders and Bills. Obviously, that's something that you and Odin wouldn't like because you guys are Eagles and Chiefs fans. But again, I think you guys realize also that people want to be able to see different teams. You know, even though it's been a couple years here for Philadelphia, but again, you know, they're trying to be able to win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, and Kansas City's trying to three-peat. That's why when you end up doing the betting, you know, if you end up betting with your head or your heart, of course, everyone, you know, unless you're an Eagle or Chief fan, is going to be rooting for the Bills and the Commanders. But if you're smart about it, you know, the chances of those two teams winning on the road is pretty slim, let alone one of them winning. But both of them winning would be probably the most shocking thing in sports in 2025, but it could happen. Oh, big leg drop by Nia Jax. 1, 2, 2. But I think the way that the Commanders have been playing lately and the Buffalo Bills, they have a strong chance to pull off the upset. But again, being on the road, you know, is going to be really hard, you know, especially when also both teams, the Commanders and the Bills that are underdogs, don't really have a defense. You know, they've played better as of late, but the Chiefs and Eagles defense is much better than the other two teams, and those teams are at home. Ripley. Oh, wow. Look at this. She's trying to get Nia's legs up, but Nia has got kind of the angle on her. And she finally fought back. Good counter there by Nia Jax. Yeah, but it might be until, the Bills get the number 1 seed and it has to go through Buffalo. It might have to be, that scenario before Buffalo wins. They've been getting closer and closer, and they are able to beat Kansas City in the regular season, but not in the postseason. So, we'll see how it all plays out tomorrow, but we'll be doing both streams here tomorrow. Ripley going top rope. Oh, crossbody. Good crossbody there by Ripley. And Ripley is one of those unique wrestlers. She can wrestle someone that, is a little undersized, like an Alexa Bliss, or someone that is a little bit more of a heavyweight, like a Nia Jax. She's one of those only wrestlers that there's no wrestler that Ripley can't wrestle with. And I really appreciate that about her. Jax with a counter. And we'll see if Ripley is hurt or not there. Oh! Wow. She said, let me show you my best Rikishi. That annihilator. I mean, if she puts all her weight on someone, we're talking about broken ribs, broken clavicle. Let's be honest. Let's see if we get a counter here. Ripley is so strong. Look at this. Look at this. Nice electric chair there. I got to put up the logo in the corner as I was showing the thumbnails for tomorrow. Nice kick to the back of the head there. Riptide, that's tough. Ripley retains. Ripley's probably one of the only female wrestlers that can, get Nia off the ground. Nice. Yeah, Jacob Fatu's got that athleticism. That's for damn sure. That's a kind of a cool filler match that they decided to include with Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. Those are, like wrestlers that people want to see, regardless if they're, going for a belt or not. So. Watts declared. So Damian Priest and Miz to SmackDown. Man, Alundra Blaze, that's old school. Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, sexual chocolate. Oh, geez. All right, we're already jumping into another match. Let's go. Fight night. All right, Sheamus, here we go. All right, Sheamus and Braun Breaker for the IC title. Let's go. I thought it was only 1 hour, but for whatever reason on the internet, supposedly they say it's 2 hours, but I don't think it is. I think it's only an hour, but well, I guess we'll find out. But when I look, I thought it was only an hour, but when I looked it up, it said 2. So I guess they're going to stretch some things out. I don't know if there's going to be any other filler matches that they're going to throw in and whatnot. Obviously, there'll be like commercials, that they're going to be plugging in between, but it's supposed to be 2 hours. So, and that's kind of what I was thinking, stream wise, 2 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes, when we are doing something not like football related. Match of the night. Yeah, I definitely think that this could be match of the night potential for sure. But I was going to do just another, AFC, NFC championship game preview and predictions, but we pretty much kind of went over a chunk of everything that I was going to go over anyways yesterday with the Pete Carroll news. And once the Saints hire their head coach, we'll end up doing a show giving grades for all of the new hires, A through F. And then just talking NFL. But I figured instead of doing that today, and when I noticed main event was on and I got a thing on my timeline, I thought, oh, well, I already posted early in the morning I was going to do the NFL, but I was like, well, main event is fun to watch. And, it's on NBC and Peacock. Why not? So here we are. Now, if the card didn't have these good matches on it, then maybe we would have just did another freestyle, type of stream. But, I got good results, based on, just the topics that we were going over. And again, a little sad that we only got 3 NFL games left. Now, obviously, we know the Natty is done. College football is done. And again, we got AFC, NFC championship game. Then a week off after that. Then you have to wait a few weeks for the Super Bowl. And then once the Super Bowl is done, then you're closer to the Daytona 500 and NASCAR. And then obviously we have a lot of options for March Madness, NBA, NHL. But I want to make sure that, if wrestling, is a big part of what I like to be able to watch, if that means that we can squeeze in Saturday night, Monday Night Raw, and SmackDowns on Fridays, that gives us, good coverage in wrestling, a few times a week. And then we'll have, maybe one, NHL day or one NBA day or one college basketball day as kind of like a filler and whatnot. So, it's just about kind of just finding the right pattern of, what do I want to do and what do I feel is going to be the best thing to do for that particular day. So. Yeah, when is East West Shrine and Senior Bowl? I usually like doing those as well. In years past, I've done both of those streams also. So I guess it just depends on the timing. Normally, Senior Bowl's usually like on a Saturday or a Sunday, like early, like at 11 in the morning or something like that. But I don't know what day that's going to be on. And then we get Royal Rumble next Saturday. So around this time, I would assume, is Royal Rumble on at 5 p.m. Pacific? Is that what time it's on, or do they have it on like at a weird time? But since it's in Indy, I would assume they're going to do 5 o'clock Pacific for the Royal Rumble next Saturday, and we'll be here for 3-4 hours next Saturday, and it'll be awesome. Okay. So Senior Bowl, the same time as Royal Rumble, but earlier in the day, I would assume. Yeah. East West. So that's an option that we could do. We'll just look to see what's on the slate. And then obviously SmackDowns are on Friday. So, and I've noticed, more, not every streaming link is going to have wrestling and whatnot, but All right, you got Pat McAfee, Michael Cole, and Jesse the Body Ventura. Oh, Fluffy in the building. Indy is Eastern? It's not Midwest time? That's weird. I got you. Sheamus, one of the most intense individuals that WWE has ever seen. And now we get another intense individual with the lineage of Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, Braun Breaker. Let's go. Oh, 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 oh. The pink and the black, kind of giving me Bret Hart and Owen Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart vibes there. Like Bret Hart made the pink and the black look fucking cool. You know, it's like sometimes, you know, you see certain wrestlers wear certain colors and it just doesn't look good, you know. Or like when Damian Priest was wearing, you know, like that mesh top that looked like it was more for like a female. Some wrestlers, they just don't have the, the right, people helping them dress the appropriate way, But again, with the pink and the black, or even kind of a purple and black, that combination, it works. All right, Intercontinental Championship. Ripley retains over Nia Jax in match number 1, and we're doing the IC Championship here, and it's going to be physical here. So, and this is definitely a match that you could normally watch on a Raw or a SmackDown or even a pay-per-view. So we'll see what we get here tonight with Braun Breaker, the champ, and contender, Big Red Machine, Sheamus. He said he was living in a tenement house in Dublin City in Ireland for the first time with WWE. But I'm definitely itching for NASCAR and MLB to be back. I know we still got a few months to go, but hey, a guy can dream. I don't think I've ever been this antsy for NASCAR and baseball in my entire life, but still appreciating everything that we've gotten with football, up to this point. And, I'm still going to be watching a little bit of college hoops, NBA and NHL, but I know for me, NASCAR and baseball are a little bit higher on the pecking order than those things. And wrestling's good all year round, especially with WWE. So that's one thing about WWE that makes it great. It's never not on. It's always on. The show must go on, and it's always going to be on every single week, and you have 5, 6, 7 opportunities to watch different wrestling shows throughout the week. So if you're a wrestling fan, you have a plethora of options. Oh. Oh, Sheamus caught him. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Threw him a little bit further than I thought he was going to go. Sometimes when you see wrestlers do a move like that, they just kind of pick him up in the air and then drop him down on the mat, and then they kind of hit the mat and then fall over. No. Sheamus is I'm going to pick you up. I'll throw you. Wow. And I like the little pedestal where they have the belt there, ringside on the outside there. Pretty cool, That's something that you used to see kind of back in the day, but not really so much now. But obviously bringing back a little bit of the history of WWE Saturday Night Main Event. Hell, I still miss Sunday Night Heat. I mean, for a lot of us OGs, Sunday Night Heat was a big part of my repertoire and a part of my routine back in the day. When I think of Sunday Night Heat, I think of like Too Cool, Scotty Too Hottie, Rikishi, and that old school era, man. I miss it. Oh, big spear. Oh. Man, Braun Breaker with the spear mid-air to Sheamus. Oh, and he launched himself. Nice.
With hundreds of social casino games at Chumba Casino, plus new releases every week, chances are you'll always find something you love. The Chumba Casino this summer. Discover hot spins, cool wins, and free daily bonuses.
That was one of the cleanest and as far as effort, Braun didn't have to, launch himself like that. But the simple fact that he did to make that look better, as far as selling the move by Sheamus and then executing the move there by Braun Breaker, anyone that loves wrestling and has been watching it for a long, long time, just those little subtle little things that you notice to make the product better. WWE is in very good hands right now. Let's go.
With a $17 salad. Get it together, Stan. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
What was the best match from Monday Night Raw when you were there in person? What was the one match, Lenny, that you thought that was the best? And how close did you guys get? Did you guys sneak all the way down to the 100 level when you guys had 300 level seats, or however that building is structured and whatnot?
Indeed matches you with jobs that actually match your experience. And what was your major?
And then we'll end up getting this a little bit later with the contract signing, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, WWE champion, and the winged eagle belt from back in the day with KO.
Ready in 2 minutes. Imagine dinner on autopilot and enjoying Tuscan tomato chicken without lifting a finger. Upgrade your plate. Optimize your nutrition.
And got a chance to take Paisley to get her nails trimmed, and I washed her, and she ended up getting some salmon treats, but then she ended up getting sick late last night where she was throwing up a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and then I had to kind of take care of her and make sure that she was okay. And then about 3 hours later, she got a little bit sick again. So last night really wasn't the most ideal, sleeping pattern day that I've had with Paisley, but everything looks like it's okay now. And I'm not sure if it's, she overate and whatnot, but I'm just happy that she's feeling good today. And anytime you have a pet get sick, whether it's a cat or a dog, it definitely doesn't make you feel good. You just want them to be okay. But luckily, it wasn't a huge mess in the room. It was very easy to clean up. Luckily, it wasn't something massive. And I'm glad that she is feeling better this afternoon. Security was hating. Yeah.
With high quality custom apparel, accessories, and promo products, all backed by our guarantee.
Oh, really? Heck yeah. Yeah, she's okay now. I think she just had too much food. She usually will whine and bark at me when she wants more, but I think she just had too much food, too many treats, because I usually give her blueberries and strawberries, banana, and I think she just had too much. But I mean, we went on 3 really long walks also, but something didn't agree with her stomach, or she might have ate something when we went on that late walk. Obviously things are dark and she's got a little bit of a lead on me with the leash, but nice double knees there by Braun. 2. But I just hate seeing my pup being sick or not feeling well, but oh, baby. Oh, that replay with that spear was sick. Oh, Braun Breaker. My God. Penta, Butch, yeah. Pete Dunne. Seth and Matt. Yeah, agreed. Oh, nice. Cody and Carmelo. Nice. Heck yeah, man. I'm glad you got a chance to do that. And I'm glad you got a chance to be able to continue, to do your goals and your dreams. Sheamus with the 2 count on Braun Breaker. And you can tell, Sheamus keeps his body in such good shape. We already know he's so overly physical, but you got to think for 10, 15 years, he's there has been times where he's gained a little bit of weight and gotten a little bit of a gut, but anytime that typically happens within 6 months to a year, he loses it and gets back into better shape. But, Sheamus has been one of those, just grinders, within the last 15 or 20 years. And, to still be on this kind of level at this stage of his career, pretty impressive. But also, if WWE didn't market him, then he could have been buried in, mid-card hell and never be on TV. So I'm glad that they're not doing the Dolph Ziggler treatment to him. Oh, look at Sheamus here. Oh, wow. Look at this. A Sheamus Edge. Sheamus Edge. He's a Celtic Cross. 2.
From the top floor to the basement, Braun Breaker somehow kicks out.
I don't really think AEW is dumb. I just think it's easy to be marketable for WWE because they push their superstar wrestlers more with the merch. Again, you're going to see more merch sales because WWE does a better job of pushing the merch and having more options to buy. By coming up with like the mask and everything else, again, they can still make it a, kind of a high priced item and people will still buy it. So, WWE is where it's at right now. So it's like, I mean, can you imagine if like, Osprey or Kenny Omega came over, all their merch would sell like hotcakes if they were in WWE too, so it's not like I feel that AEW is terrible. It's just, one wrestling federation is at its very best, with everything that's going on since Triple H took over. And then the other is just the other right now. And if you don't have your top guys wrestling every week, you're going to fall behind. And that's what happened. Big bro kick. 2. Because you got to think, more people are going out of their way to watch WWE than they are AEW. It's like if you don't got Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, the Young Bucks, John Moxley, like if you don't got every single top guy wrestling every week, people are going to lose interest. And that's kind of what happened when you had the injuries to Kenny Omega and a few others. They kind of lost traction, lost some steam. They had a lot of like kind of mid-card to low-card guys filling in the gaps, and it just wasn't working. Again, it's like if you don't have your best on TV, you're going to be hurting the product. But AEW can still put up good matches. I mean, I don't watch, Dynamite and some of the other programming every week, but the stuff that I have saw was still pretty good. It just doesn't get as much traction or marketability. Braun Breaker retains. Plus, lucha stuff is always hot. Again, what you have with Dom and already being a natural heel. Rey Mysterio is still, wrestling here and there. So to bring in a guy, like Penta is the perfect time, where it's like you don't really have too many lucha libre type of wrestlers. And that was like the perfect time to be able to bring him in and introduce him to fans that never heard of him before or were familiar with him, obviously being in AEW.
That's like football, Pat. If the call is made, you got to accept it. If the call was made, all right, we get to the body return. Thank you for joining us on commentary. And from one Hall of Famer to another, he has done other.
Yes.
The Heartbreak Kid.
HBK.
A two-time Hall of Famer and the master of the ladder match. He won the Royal Rumble on back-to-back years. And he now runs NXT.
Man, those are memories right there. That's like my childhood right there. Oh my gosh. Psycho Sid, Sid Vicious. All right, got the contract signing. Shawn Michaels, the GOAT.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WWE Hall of Famer.
Oh, baby. He just got to get that fucking lazy eye fixed, though. You know? It's like for some of these other wrestlers, they don't take him serious because that eye is, a little crooked there. But again, Shawn Michaels, the icon. I wonder if he could have surgery to kind of help with that. I imagine he's probably looked into it. I mean, nobody wants to, go out of their way to have a crooked eye if you can get it repaired. All right, Shawn, show him. All right, contract signing, baby. Devils up 3-1 against the Canadians, Odin. Nice win from the Kraken, 4-1 over Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. I'm ready for tomorrow, baby. All right, I'm going to take a look at next week to see if there's... All right, Ducks Kraken on Tuesday night at 7. Nothing on Wednesday. Sharks and Kraken, 7:30. ESPN on Thursday. And then Sarah said East-West Shrine was Thursday, so we'll see. And then taking a look on Tuesday, we got the Bucks and the Trailblazers. Dame coming back to Blazers at 7. Oh, I might do that. I'm not going to do a whole lot, but Dame coming back to town, that will be interesting. That's something I can actually watch. And then Thursday, the Magic and the Blazers at 7. Okay. So we'll have some options.
File your taxes yourself, 100% free. You didn't file with us last year. Now this is Texas. File free in the app by 2/18 and switch to TurboTax. Do it yourself.
What gets your heart pumping? Sharing an adventure, growing together, or simply being by her side.
The Macho Man.
Still pumped because you have Jardiance. Jardiance is approved to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death and hospitalization for heart failure. It may work by making it easier for the heart to fill with blood and pump it throughout the body.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you
Yeah, he's got a couple baseball cards out there.
may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right
Randy
away.
Poffo.
Sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
For whatever and whoever gets your heart pumping, ask your doctor about Jardiance for heart failure.
We're a society in crisis. But what if it turned into disagreements, into discussions? What if we were more civil? Join me, because civility is a language we can all understand.
Sure.
Purina One True Instinct unlocked her true instincts from day one. It's high protein nutrition with real meat #1. supporting her healthy energy and strong muscles, and the life she was born to live.
Purina One True Instinct, a difference from day one. Now that we have a completely new Homes.com, we're going to lock the doors and stay late until we find that name that's synonymous with shopping for homes.
Here's a wild idea. Homes.com.
We're going to go with Homes.com. We're going to keep it Homes.com. We've done your homework. In the store, we put it on. Let's see if it was clear. I wonder what's so hard.
All right, so we're about halfway through WWE Saturday Night Main Event, and it's been good. It hasn't been bad. It definitely gives you kind of a Raw SmackDown type of vibe, and good for them to be able to put out another day of having wrestling on. So if there's not a whole lot going on in college basketball, the NBA or the NHL, that it gives us an opportunity to be able to watch a little bit of wrestling, for a couple hours, hang out, and then obviously when we want to, get back into Hulu or Netflix or whatever we were originally watching earlier in the day, we can always hop back into that. So, I'm hoping that I can do Raw, SmackDown, and Saturday Night every week. That's kind of the goal, until we get into like baseball season, for the Mariners. I'm going to be doing Mariners, pretty much every day, but I'm going to be squeezing in a lot of Monday Night Raw and a lot of wrestling. It's cool that they have like a lot of the old school, like throwback legends that are there, regardless if they're, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. But to see some of these like old school WWE Hall of Famers, and I think it's really cool that they show like the old school clips. Oh, that's my boy, man, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's been battling with a lot of health issues. I always loved Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, with the big 2x4. Love him, man. Great energy. A lot of childhood memories with him and the Honky Tonk Man and a lot of others. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I mean, I could just name drop for days. So far, so good. Yeah. Very cool. But that's so cool that Hacksaw is there, because I know that I'm not sure if he was struggling with cancer or, something pretty fucking serious. But I'm happy to see him there here on WWE Saturday Night Main Event. All right, HBK.
Now I have been given one job here tonight, and that is to walk out of this ring with the signatures of Kevin Owens
Okay.
and Cody Rhodes.
Let's go.
Now the GM of SmackDown, Nick Aldis, you couldn't get it done, so you said in the closer, HBK, rest assured it is happening tonight.
I feel like Kevin Owens is just like Rhea Ripley. Like, they can wrestle anybody, someone taller than them, someone shorter than them. It takes a real special athlete to be able to wrestle anybody, any size, any shape, and do a great job. And again, like any wrestler, can be a face, but I feel like the best comes out when the heel version of that wrestler comes out. More attitude, more shit talking, a little bit more controversy, and I feel like that's why heels, end up giving you the best, wrestler possible. And, KO can play both sides, just like Cody Rhodes and a lot of the OGs and the GOATs, Seth Rollins. They can be face, they can be heel. But I always like seeing my favorites be a heel rather than a face. I like the Canadian wrestlers a lot. I just love, it's like almost like a little mini fraternity with those guys, even though it might be different eras, it might be different provinces, different locations. Not everyone's going to be from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Like there's going to be others that are spread out, somewhere there in Canada. But, work ethic, and the type of wrestlers that they are, they're just a different type of breed. I've always looked up to those type of wrestlers in Canada. And obviously, I love Lucha Libre wrestling as well.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your undisputed
Love me some Samoa Joe. Great talker and great in the ring for his size, too. All right, Cody. Yeah, Samoa Joe did a good job on Twisted Metal, too. Samoa is just a very intelligent, speaker of words, very articulate in his shit talking, and very passionate. Just a good fucking entertainer. I've always been a Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens type of guy. And we got Royal Rumble next Saturday. So I'm hoping we can do Monday Night Raw, SmackDown on Friday, hopefully for a live stream, possibly. And then obviously we'll have Royal Rumble on Saturday. It's going to be awesome. That's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite pay-per-view throughout the year. I mean, I love WrestleMania. I love SummerSlam, right? Survivor Series kind of used to be, good, but it kind of is hit or miss now. And then you got other ones like, Money in the Bank and some of the others that might have, been better than Survivor Series now, kind of some of those other pay-per-views. But, I think Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam are the top three as far as big pay-per-views. But, there's others that, like Money in the Bank and a few others that are still exciting. But the Rumble is always exciting because you just never know who's going to be like a surprise. Someone like a new signee from a different company, an old school legend that we weren't expecting, someone that has been not on TV for a while, and then all of a sudden they make their return. So like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us try to hit those goals on the likes as well as the donos. It'd be greatly appreciated. 2 more to get to at least 10. So if you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. 1 more to 10. And if we get some volume, then maybe we can get to 15 or 20.
gentlemen, if you would be seated, please. All right, this is how we're going to do this. Fair enough, I dig it. For months, you two have battered and beaten each other. And as much as all of us have enjoyed watching it, I have an assignment here tonight, and that is to walk out of this ring with your signatures.
Another part that's a little underrated, about DX, that people don't really talk about, right? HBK, Triple H, right? Road Dogg, Badass Billy Gunn, and X-Pac. 3 out of those 5, are really, really good on the microphone, right? Road Dogg, amazing on the mic. Shawn Michaels, good on the microphone. Triple H on the microphone. And again, I might have to go back and watch some old school DX clips later tonight. Cody with the signature. I kind of want to watch some Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws.
You know, last night you said something that really pissed me off. You said that 10 times out of 10, Kevin Owens takes the easy way out. Is that right? That's a lie. That's what you are. You're a liar. Because I could have taken the easy way out at Fashion Berlin in our match because of your knee, but I didn't. Because I cared about our friendship more than you ever did. You know who I think takes the easy way out? It's you. Because who between you and I left here when things got tough? Not me. I stayed. You quit. Enough. Enough, Kevin. I didn't come here to talk about the past. I didn't come here so you can justify your actions. I didn't get all dressed up. Shawn Michaels didn't return to San Antonio to listen to you talk.
Tell him, Cody.
I'm done worrying about Kevin Owens. Instead, I need to focus on who I am defending this championship against at WrestleMania. So could you please sign the contract?
There's going to be a lot of really good matches in 2025. The buildup is insane.
Trust me, you're not done worrying about Kevin Owens because once I sign this, you know what that means? Makes it official. That Saturday night of the Royal Rumble, I will shut everyone up who dares to say that I'm not the real champion. I am the true, rightful WWE champion. And once I win the title, everything you got when you came back, your face on every poster, on all the buses, all the fanfare, all the grand entrance, all the attention, the pyro, everything. It's coming to me because that's what I've deserved for the last 10 years. And I am taking it from you.
Yeah, KO definitely disrespected. You know, I feel like him and Seth Rollins, you know, for years and years and years, always put up great matches, always great on the mic. And obviously they had to create a belt for Seth to, you know, with the whole Roman Reigns bloodline storyline, you know, to kind of make him happy. But Sammy, obviously another individual that really didn't get enough credit, but, you know, them implementing him into the bloodline definitely gave viewers, you know, kind of a sneak peek that Sammy is much better. You just need camera time. You need an opportunity. And I'm happy that they included him in that bloodline storyline.
Just like him, when things got tough for you here, you quit too, didn't you? You want to know who I think is jealous? I think you're jealous of the fact that I've been bringing more pride and making this title mean more than you ever did. And once I win at the Royal Rumble, I will give everyone a champion they can be proud of, a champion they can look up to, a champion who will lose his smile. Because the only one losing his smile and his title at the Rumble is you. Contract signed. Good work. HBK.
Reefer in the building. What's good? Yeah, I just like to be able to see people get, you know, the proper respect. You know, I get it. There's, you know, so many wrestlers, not enough belts, not enough TV time, but there's definitely certain people that have been overlooked for way too long. What's good, Reefer? Good to see you, my guy. How are you, man? I figured since this is on NBC and Peacock, this can be something that we can do weekly. You know, starting in 2025, we're going to be doing Monday Night Raw pretty much every week as well until we get into baseball season with the Mariners, depending on what time the Mariner game is on. And then I'm going to try to start doing SmackDowns maybe also. So possibly 3 wrestling streams a week. Sounds pretty good to me. Hopefully everything has been going good for you and the fam. Glad that you were able to come through. And I'll always shoot you a message on, on DMs and whatnot through Twitter /X if I'm going to be doing a wrestling stream. And then obviously we'll be doing Monday Night Raw after we do a double header tomorrow. AFC, NFC championship game, both games tomorrow. Commanders, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs. So I'll be live streaming from noon all the way to 7 p.m. and then Monday Night Raw on Monday, and then maybe even SmackDown on that Friday. Yes, I saw that. I like the old school belts, like the big gold WCW, the winged belt, the smoking skull belt. I don't know. I like the old school belts more than the new belts with the big W. I think they're a little played out. I don't really like the looks of the belts that they have now, really. HBK with some Sweet Chin music. But it's like this, for example, like, Kevin Owens as a face, he can be a guy that can help out a Cody Rhodes, and he can be a guy that, goes against the bloodline. But seeing heel Kevin Owens and being kind of like crazy, that gives you, like more of a reason to watch him. When you end up having a wrestler that's great on the mic and great in the ring, like Kevin Owens as a face, they almost kind of get left in the dust. Like, that they're out there and they're doing a good job, but they don't really get the same kind of recognition. But then once you become a heel, you can kind of have a little bit more edginess to you, talk a little bit more shit, and then people will be able to pay attention. It's kind of funny how that works out, isn't it? World Heavyweight Championship, the Ring General Gunther versus Jey Uso. Yeet. STL in the building. What's good? If you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Hope we can get to at least 20 before the stream ends. And again, this is not the first Saturday night that we have done. I believe this is our second. But again, this is our first in 2025, I believe, unless we ended up doing one prior to that. I'll have to go back and look. But, I definitely want to try to make this a kind of a routine thing on the channel. So that way we do a little bit less NBA, less NHL, and I'll still do a little bit of NBA and a little bit of NHL and a little bit of college hoops. But, if I have a chance to do wrestling over those three things, I would choose wrestling every time. So. Or maybe this is the first Saturday night. Maybe I watched it, but I didn't do a live stream before. So I think this is the first Saturday night that we've done. I've done so many streams over the last few months, it's hard to remember. Hell yeah, I am too. Yeah, me too. Strowman and Jacob Fatu, like literally, as that's the main reason that I decided to do this instead of just doing a AFC NFC preview and prediction show, which I did the day before with the Pete Carroll news. I was kind of doing another show about that for the people that didn't have a chance to hop in the stream the day before. But the card for this main event was very, very good. So why not, right? We got a chance to see Ripley defend her title against Nia Jax. Right, we saw Braun Breaker defend his title against Sheamus. Right, we got the contract signing. Now we're going to have, obviously, Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. As far as, like, two wrestlers that don't have a belt that are entertaining, I mean, this is it right here. You get one guy that's, obviously like a Brock Lesnar, and then you get the other one who is the most athletic member in the bloodline, new or old. Yeah, Fatu's definitely got to win. I agree. Agreed. We're on the same page. But I think once we establish that we're going to be doing wrestling a lot more on the channel, hopefully we'll get more of the regulars to be able to participate, as well as some newbies. And we'll be able to grow this as not just obviously sports with NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, NASCAR, college hoops, UFC, boxing, but we can do a lot of WWE as well. Let's go, baby. WWE Saturday night main event.
We are getting engaged.
Gotta stop doing that. What is it?
You know how we've been wanting a new car? Dick's Auto Group will meet or beat any advertised price.
Yeah.
That's something to gasp about. That's right.
It's cool to be able to have, anything that, especially because, again, not every streamer is going to be streaming every day. So, again, I'm just trying to be able to find, the best kind of content that I'm going to, enjoy, and again, with the state of the NBA, again, I can go to Blazer games in person and watch, and I've had a little bit more fun watching them on TV lately because they've actually been starting to kind of put it together. Same thing with the Kraken. But to start off the year, it was really rough for the Blazers and the Kraken, but I won't give up on the teams and whatnot. But again, that's kind of the reason why we haven't done a whole lot of NBA or NHL just yet. But again, we still have plenty of time to, make sure we get those, games in on the stream in January, February, and March. And then obviously when we get into April, that'll be MLB season. So.
And we're going to be adventurous. And we're going to have swords.
Opinions for an idea. What will you do when you grow up? Swords not included. At Dickman IKEA, we believe in nice. But what does nice mean? It means that every car is transparently priced. It means empowering you to explore your buying options right at home. Nice means having knowledgeable staff ready to answer all of your questions and offering lifetime protection on your investment with our no-cost lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, Oregon residents never pay Washington.
Good show so far.
Experience nice through the
Definitely gives you kind of a Sunday night heat type of vibes, if not more.
Call it tough, call it fun, call it powerful. Ranger has been called a lot of things, but most folks call it the perfect mid-sized truck. At Landmark Ford, we've sold thousands of Rangers, so we stocked as many as possible. Enjoy the tech. Fit 5 comfortably. All your toys. Rangers are an exceptional value from less than $33,000. Test drive one.
Thank you so much, brother. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
What are you looking for?
Options.
3 of your ex-boyfriends died. You have to warn them. That's hard.
Don't go to trial if you're not going to win. Only one copy in the world. We're still in this.
I'm catching this.
And again, to be able to do this full time, to be able to, just to do the basics, just to pay the internet bill, pay the streaming company, their service fee monthly, to buy dog food for Paisley, to make sure that, she is healthy, and just to get the basics done so I can continue to do the dream is really what I need. And thank you so much, Reefer, getting us on the board, $50 dono. And again, Reefer's always going to be able to show up when he can, for the wrestling streams. And not only that, more times than not, if it's in the budget, he's going to go above and beyond, whether it be 10 or, 50 or 100. And I really appreciate you very, very much, Reefer. Thank you. We were sitting at a 0. Now we're halfway to the goal. Appreciate you very, very much. Any photos of any wrestlers you want to see, past or present, let me know. And I got you for the rest of the show. Sometimes you can just tell who's going to be a good fit to this channel, regardless if it's going to be someone on the NFL side, on the college football side, the wrestling side, the baseball side, the NASCAR side. And definitely Reefer is one of those, just like the OGs, that have been here for a long, long time watching wrestling on the channel. We really appreciate you very much. Love me some Jacob Fatu, man. His athleticism is just mind-boggling. I love being able to see wrestlers do things that, based on their body shape, it doesn't look like they could do it. But again, just because you're a little bit thicker, with your arms and your legs, and you look like a Samoa Joe or a Kevin Owens or a Jacob Fatu, doesn't mean that they can't do things like some of the, mid-card, lower card, or skinnier wrestlers can do on a regular. And he's got the wolf pack kind of jump off there with the shirt and whatnot with his logo there. Definitely gives you NWO Wolfpack vibes, like with what I got on right now. Because when you're NWO for life, brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all good, Megan. Any time that you can support by liking the stream, sharing the stream, commenting and supporting in the stream, donating to the stream, well, anything that you can do to be positive, towards the stream is definitely much appreciated. Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. And again, I got many, many interests on the channel. And again, not everyone is going to like the same things, but again, I think I do a lot of things so that way we can, gain ground in every single thing, whether it be NFL, college football, MLB, NASCAR, wrestling, NHL, not everyone is going to like all the things that I like, but we just got to try to, do our best to sprinkle in a little bit of everything. But wrestling has always been a big part of my life. And again, I love it just as much as the NFL, college football, NASCAR, and MLB. It's at the very top. And sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes I like it even more than college football and the NFL. Like sometimes wrestling is number one for me. And I know sometimes with some of y'all OGs in the room, you feel the same way. Like we still love football and we still love those other things, whether it's, baseball or hockey, basketball, NASCAR, whatever it may be, we have a lot of love for the NFL and college football too, but for some of us, I mean, this has been something that nice suicide dive there by Jacob Fatu, but wrestling has been a staple of my life just as early as baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. I started watching very, very young, 3, 4, 5 years old, and I'm never going to quit. Yeah, but also too, we have to get people to show up, for the Kraken streams if we do them, because we did like 2 of them and we barely got anybody to show up. And so it's like if I'm going to do a Kraken stream, I can't have like 2 people, we need to have more than that. So again, I'm going to, try to be able to make everyone happy. But again, we need to be able to have a better turnout than just a couple people, for me to be able to do a stream. So, and again, I feel like the NBA and NHL, I'm not really opposed to doing it, but, until the numbers get better, then I'll do more. But if it's going to be kind of a hit or miss, then I have to be strategic. I'm my own boss. I'm the CEO. So, I'm the one making the decisions and I have to be strategic about it, because again, I have to be able to get bills paid. I have to be able to try to do my best to make people happy. I got to be able to take care of Paisley. So everything is going to be a strategic move for me, based off the stats and the analytics. So, but we will get some cracking in, but again, hopefully we can get a better turnout than the first couple. Yeah, but I also said that I wasn't going to be doing every single game, so I'm going to try to squeeze in some. But again, usually it's once football ends, if you remember from last year, when football ends and there's no more football, then there's going to be more of an opening, for more things to do. So that's usually how it typically works, is once football is completely over, no more college natties, no more bowl games, no more Super Bowls or AFC, NFC championship game. Then you're pretty much left with wrestling, the NBA, college hoops, and the NHL. And then at that time, and then obviously we got NASCAR in February. So at that time, then we'll start sprinkling in not only the Kraken, but if there ends up being good matchups, I might end up sprinkling in something there as well. So
8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me. I've been taking Prevagen for 8 years now, and it's still helping me tremendously. Prevagen at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Reefer, let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you.
What does peak performance mean to you?
Matt in the building. What's good?
With long-lasting treatment, Grow can help you perform with access to prescription medications uniquely designed to suit your needs.
Yeah. And again, I'm going to do so. I'll do some cracking for you, but you also have to look at it from my point of view. Like, let's say bills are tight for you and you can't donate. And then I do cracking and it's just like you and me in the room and that's it. And we have like 2 people in the room, 3 people in the room, and I have bills to pay. And there might be another thing that I could do that maybe I could, get bills paid that way. So I have to, kind of weigh out the options. I got to be able to try to do things that are going to give us the best shot to not only grow, but also to be able to get the bills paid. It's not like I'm a rich person, again, it's a grind, it's a struggle. And, I'm going to try to make everyone happy as much as I can. But again, realize that everything is a strategic move. I can't just be, streaming, day in and day out and being at zeros. That wouldn't make any sense as a business owner. I have to kind of weigh out options and whatnot. So.
Into the ring by Tonga earlier on, and then Tonga went to the back to let Fatu try to kick out Strowman on his own. Obviously, a cheer between 2 powerhouses. 2 massive men.
Well, get those exercise, minutes in, eating healthy and whatnot. And, hopefully before, it, sooner or later, we'll be back into football season. Oh my God. Holy cow. Braun Strowman just obliterated Jacob Fatu. Oh my. Good thing they have some strong padding on that wall right there. Holy cow. Can you imagine getting hit by Braun Strowman full speed? Holy shit. And Jacob Fatu is a big guy. Holy cow.
Holy hell, Tom! Strowman is taking over! He's on the tracks to get the fuck! Fatu is spotted, and here comes Strowman now! And Fatu, Samoa drop out of the... How the hell did Fatu just get up, stand up? After that, being sent over the table by Strowman, now destroyed our announce table. Burying Strowman, headbutt after headbutt. Referee Dan Angler begging these men to get back to the ring. Sent into the steps. Fatu doing whatever the hell he wants out there. Jacob Fatu is taking...
I like Jacob Fatu with like old kind of wolf pack colors and whatnot with the red and the black. Incredible athleticism.
Trying to destroy Strowman. Just a dump truck on Strowman's dome.
Strowman's dome into the turnbuckle 3 times.
Referee Dan Angle's gonna have to step in and do something. Strowman can't even defend himself from the sushi assault by Fatu. Fatu wants to crush this man's tight end. He just might touch his head. I think he's done, but I don't know about the time. Finally, the official.
Oh. Fatu just over and over and over. Yeah, and the season isn't over. So there's plenty of time to be able to squeeze some of those in. Oh, big chair shot. Big clothesline. That's what it's looking like. Yeah, but when have I not made good on a promise? I go out of my way to try to make everyone happy on the channel. I mean, name a time that I haven't, kept up with what I was going to do. I always try to do my best at all given times. And remember how many people that are on the channel. I try to cater to not only you, but everybody. So it's not just I can cater to one person or two people. I really try to go out of my way. And you've got to think about out of all the other hosts that are out there, I go out of my way more than anybody else. To be able to try to make everyone, as happy as I possibly can. But, again, things take time. I have to be able to do what's going to be, the right timing. So that way I can actually, make things right. Oh, what a move. Yeah, I wasn't feeling well. So, I mean, if you want to get mad at me for not feeling well and you want to make me feel bad for not feeling well and, I mean, like I said, it's if you want to support, you can support, and again. But again, I'm trying to do the best that I can with what I can, when I can. Oh, he's bleeding all over the place. You don't see Braun Strowman get worked on like that often. And obviously, this is the angle that they're going for. And obviously having Jacob Fatu and, the way that they're using him, with the let's go. And this is the way that it should go. There is no scenario where, Braun should end up winning or looking like the dominant piece. He already had his run as being that dominant piece. You just have to know what pieces you have, and you want to make sure you're maximizing, those individuals and the angles that you have here on WWE. But when's the last time we've seen Braun Strowman bloody? Oh, man. I don't really know where the blood is coming from. It's on his nose and his mouth. And then we got another good match right after another match here. Gunther, main event, Jey Uso. Let's go. Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a busted nose there. It kind of was around his mouth and nose there as well. It's a fun wrestler to watch. We haven't really seen a wrestler like him. And whenever you have a guy that you haven't really seen a wrestler like that before based off his athleticism, it definitely is something that you notice for sure.
$5 go classic. For $7 go lavish. For $9 discover something new. Lux Yoga. New Lux Cravings boxes.
Now taxes? It's getting the TurboTax app. And filing your taxes yourself 100% free if you didn't file with us last year. Now this is taxes. Follow free in the app by 2/18 and switch to TurboTax. Do it yourself.
Is always advancing with game-changing formulas that promote mental sharpness and
extend lives. See what nutrition can do. Purina Pro Plan, always advancing. The football games are here. Advance to the next level.
Reefer, anything that you want to be able to, you want to see photo wise? Let me know. Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Imagine a vacation with a perfect balance of we time and me time. Run off on their own adventures and come together to create memories that last a lifetime. Where magic meets the
Hey, guy in the building, what's good?
What gets your heart pumping? Sharing an adventure, growing together, or simply being by her side.
And this match is coming up next.
Because you have Jardians. Jardians is approved to reduce the risk of
What's good, my guy?
It may work by making it easier for the heart to fill with blood and pump it throughout the body.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardians may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney.
Good to hear. Good games tomorrow. Commanders and Eagles at noon, and obviously Bills and Chiefs at 3:30. So as soon as one game ends, the next one starts. There might be a little bit of a break, like 5 or 10 minutes, and that way I can end up getting everything prepared for tomorrow. So it's gonna be a long day. I'm gonna have to wake up extra early to take care of Paisley, but definitely looking forward to the NFC Championship with Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts at noon Pacific. And then we're going to be getting into, right after that is over, Josh Allen and the AFC Championship going to Arrowhead to face Patrick, the clone Mahomes. Can't wait. It's going to be a long day, but it should be a fun day. All right, I got you. See if I can get some Scarlet photos up.
Anyway, where is it? Plane's going down. Why is there so much secrecy around this? Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the almost city of San Antonio, Texas. Saturday night's main event is what a WWE history in the city. 4 Rumbles hosted more than any city. Of course, the hometown of the Hall of Fame, Shawn Michaels, we saw earlier tonight, and tonight marks the 38th Saturday night main event. Legends are here, including the Brain Busters. What's the party?
Oh, Brain Busters.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of legends here tonight. Saturday night's main event would not be the same if it wasn't for perhaps the man who was the greatest interview in the history of the world, the late great Mean Gene Okerlund. Mean Gene, of course, we conduct interviews on Saturday night's main event on the platform just off the entranceway, and that is where our own Joe Tessitore, Jesse DeMatti, Ventura are standing by in what we call the Okerland position. We are here and we are loving this show. It's outrageous tonight. Jesse, what has impressed you the most so far? I'll tell you in all honesty, I've never seen wrestlers so vicious. I mean, in my day, we tried to keep it professional. It seems it's getting very personal. And these matches, I've never seen like that last one. Jacob Fatu right there was incredible. Michael and Pat, I'll tell you, for me, Rhea Ripley, considering the size of Nia Jax, she hits a cobra and a powerbomb, an electric chair, and finishes with a riptide. Guys, take it home strong on that. Well, we cannot wait as we get set for the Royal Rumble a week from tonight. Indianapolis, Indiana, in the 30-man men's Royal Rumble match. A star-studded field. The winner, the Singlets champion, they want to take on the main event. Mania. Of course, there is the ladder match for the WWE Championship. Ladders will head, I should say titles will head once we climb the ladder, grab the titles, you become the champion. The pros versus Kevin Owens. 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team titles. Former champs, the Motor City Machine Guns. They got Gargano and Ciampa of DIY. And of course, the 30 women's black.
Man, Royal Rumble is going to be awesome. Can't wait till next Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Triple H invited the social influencer YouTuber, world-renowned I Show Speed, to live stream at the Rumble. This is what happened earlier today.
So why is Triple H calling you?
I'm out in San Antonio, Texas, getting ready for Saturday night's main event tonight. But I wanted to take a minute. I want to give you a call. I want to see if you want to come out to the Rumble next week.
Can I stream?
Oh yeah, you can stream. Look, you can have access backstage. You can come talk to all the superstars. You can stream with them.
Even John Cena too.
If you can see them, you can stream it.
Oh my God, Triple H! Oh, hey, I'm gonna be there, okay? Turn me on, Royal Rumble. I will be there. I will be there.
Can't wait to see Speed in Indianapolis. You know, populations of countries watch that man live his life absolutely
I
electrified.
can't wait to see you in your hometown of Indianapolis. Rumble, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, next Saturday on Peacock.
It's gonna be awesome.
It is time now for our main event.
Okay, baby, let's go.
That's your deal.
No, Texas Tech, this is Jeffrey's deal.
Rumble is at 3 Pacific. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's go. Good energy. It's hard not to like, Jimmy or Jay. You know, some have a favorite. Oh, yeah, get it. Yeet. Getting the little kids involved. That's awesome. Well, what do you think, Joshua? If I'm doing WWE main event Saturday night, of course I'm going to be doing Royal Rumble. If I'm doing a Saturday night show on my live stream, of course I'm going to be doing Royal Rumble. And we're going to be doing Monday Night Raws on every Monday. I'm going to try to do SmackDowns on Fridays here in 2025, and we're going to try to squeeze in as many Saturday nights as well. So, yeah. And we always are going to be doing the pay-per-views every month for the most part, so. And that's something that we've been doing on the channel for years. To do Raw, SmackDown, and WWE Saturday Night, a main event is kind of new. Obviously, Netflix getting Monday Night Raw, and now Peacock and NBC getting Saturday Night. It gives us an opportunity to actually do this on stream now. So, pretty cool. Let's go, baby.
If you're living with HIV, imagine being good to go.
You got another wrestler or manager that you want to be able to see, Reefer, besides Scarlett? I got you. Just a lot of the photos of her don't really format for whatever reason.
For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete long-acting HIV treatment you can get every other month. It's 2 injections from a healthcare provider as few as 6 times a year. Don't take Cabenuva if allergic to its ingredients or taking certain medicines that may interact. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, post-injection reactions, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. Tell your doctor about your medicines or supplements, medical conditions, liver or kidney problems, mental health, pregnancy, and breastfeeding. The most common side effect is injection site reaction. With Cabenuva, you're good to go without daily HIV pills. Talk to your doctor about switching.
Booking app I used didn't have Asian food, so an AI agent didn't know to move my reservations inside or know what I like to eat, which is not bad.
What's up, my brother? Oh, hey, man. We really needed this rain. Right?
Yeah, for whatever reason. I mean, I've gone through so many, but it just doesn't allow me to format them for whatever reason. That's a damn shame.
That's a lot of smoke. I'd turn that grill down before you burn it. You're definitely going to want to blend that now. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't uncut it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Oh, a little fruit punch to the couch.
Is here. Oregon Lottery's latest drawing. Just pick a number and play. Easy, right? Because we've all got at least one favorite number. Or maybe more than one. And if it matches, you win. Top is in stores now. Play today. Lottery games are based on chance and should be played for entertainment only.
For over 50 years, Purina Cat Chow has been helping cats feel at home with trusted nutrition. No wonder it's the #1 dry cat food in America. Come home to Cat Chow. Next Saturday, when starts the road to WrestleMania, an individual event tickets at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, on Saturday, April 19th and Sunday, April 20th for WrestleMania are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. One of the biggest matches for that young man's career will win his first World Championship. Jay Uso fired up and ready tonight. He's earned the moment, needs the opportunity.
Let's go. I'm glad that they made this a 2-hour show, not just a 1-hour show. Yeah, I enjoy doing like Throwback Thursday. You know, we just need, more people to consistently, show up for certain things. So that way we can do more of it and whatnot. So it's like anytime if we end up doing anything, hockey or NBA or college hoops, it's really hit or miss, and, I'm going to try to do more of those things when I can, but, wrestling is going to be a little bit more enjoyable. So again, we're going to sprinkle that for now. And, obviously when football is completely over, then we'll have more opportunities for, some hockey, some basketball, and obviously NASCAR in February, March Madness in March. And we'll see what we get.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, and his opponent from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds.
I like the Saturday night main event with Lillian Garcia, the little sign there with the mics hanging down. That's freaking cool. Let's go.
Polar opposites in WWE. Gunther, the ring general, the reigning king of the ring, the world champion, calls the match sacred. He's a throwback, old school grappler. Meanwhile, main event, Jey Uso, great tag team champion, former Intercontinental champion, but he's an entertainer. You saw the way they entered the arena. Love to have fun. And go now.
Wow, big kick to the face. I was about to say that green shirt guy's there, yeah. Big chop. Big forearm. Yeet. It was like Hawaiian shirt guy back in the day in like ECW. You know, these rich people, man, you know, they definitely have a knack of being able to make themselves be known, especially if you're in the front row, TV side. Get him, Jay. Oh, shit. Oh, there goes Jay, flopping outside the ring like a fish.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Here's the drop.
You must be more than you were programmed to be.
Want to play this game.
Right.
Check-in time is 3. It's 2:55.
Yeah. You never know, you know, or it could be a situation like with Chiefsaholic, you know, with the wolf mask, and, you know, he's robbing banks across, you know, America. So that way that he can buy, you know, Patrick Mahomes and Chief merch. He can be, you know, front row for college football games, Chiefs home games. But people, you know, knew that something was a little off because the, you know, Chiefsaholic would be front row at the road games. And again, you know, it's one thing to be rich and to be front row or in the first 5 rows, you know, at home, you know, but to be front row in every, you know, place the Chiefs are going, like you're just following the team, you know, so you knew something was up and whatnot. And yes, there are rich people, you know, that will, you know, go from race to race in their like RV and they'll have like the best seats, you know, but it's pretty uncommon to see someone that has enough time and money and effort to be able to be in the front row for the whole season and following a team, you know, no matter what. And obviously we'll be hearing more about him, obviously, in the next few months, I assume.
This is Texas.
Yeah, I think so too. I think gambling and just the thrill of it, you know, and just to being able to, just try to be able to, you know, go to sporting events. But obviously he was a big gambler as well.
Prescription medications uniquely designed to suit your needs. Grow sparks for an as-needed boost, or daily rise with Tadalafil for 24/7 readiness. However you want to compare, we got you. Get $30 off at pro.com/BK. With plaque psoriasis, even the thought of an itchy situation can throw you off your game. Tesla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque.
No, I didn't watch the Chiefsaholic documentary. I haven't watched it yet. Did you get a chance to watch it? I imagine Chiefs fans have probably or were intrigued and wanted to be able to see, but did they do a good job on the documentary? I was always thinking that would be something that I would be willing to watch. I mean, I kind of know his background based off the news and some of the stuff that came out before, and you knew it was going to turn into a documentary at some point or another. So, but no, I have not got a chance to watch that just yet.
Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about a Tesla. Scan to learn more. $6.
Oh, interesting. Texans, Jags, and Buccaneers. Several teams interested in Chip Kelly. That would be interesting. I think Chip would be better off in college and whatnot, but obviously being an OC in the NFL, not a head coach, I think that would be something that he could succeed at. I do need an offensive coordinator, but I don't know if I would want to leave Ohio State after just winning the Natty. You might as well just stay there. Try to win another one. I mean, obviously, I got the connection with Chip at Oregon and whatnot, but I think he's more, settled in, being a college play caller rather than NFL. That hurry up shit, it can work with, college kids, but not so much in the NFL. I'd rather see him in college personally. But if for whatever weird reason, he ended up being in the NFL as an OC, you would assume that he'd be able to be more successful than most depending on, what team he went to.
And then back in May in the semifinals, the King of the Ring tournament.
Oh, big chop by Gunther. I mean, we've seen Sheamus do that for 10, 15 years, but now you got another guy that equally, chops and hits just as hard as Sheamus. Definitely both guys are old school wrestlers. Well, there's a Chief super fan that dressed up as a wolf and, like a wolf head and costume. And then he would like rob banks across the United States until he got caught. And he would be front row for all the Chief games and all the road games as well. And then eventually he ended up getting caught, which you knew was going to happen at some point or another. So.
And then suck it out of here if I beat you. Which one of these men will be the world champion with Monday Night Raw on Netflix sends to Atlanta Monday. Will it be Gunther? Will it be so right now?
And Gunther with a reverse headlock there on Jey Uso. Yeah, AJ Lee would be interesting.
So as well, Jay just desperately trying to squat his way out of this as he lifts Gunther up on his shoulders. And Gunther just throw him behind and delivers yet another chop. And Jay trying to fight back. Gunther with an uppercut. Jay credits, standing toe-to-toe with the champ. And Jay now lifts him up. It's off, and Jay finds himself some time. Critical moment right now in this match back. Who can get back up? Both men have been beat down. The physical matchup. Jey Uso trying to dig down deep here. Trying to beat off the WWE fans at 16,000 strong. They go through a big drop kick.
Big drop kick.
And Gunther looking to put Jey Uso away with his pendant powerbomb. Stacks him up to retain.
Two.
Combination usually wins the match for Gunther.
Yeah, it's like I imagine there's been other people that have done similar things to go to like NBA games, NHL games, MLB games, and at some point, you would think that they would have been probably caught, but it definitely seems like the people that have gambling problems, either that on top of drinking and drug problems. It's like if you're drinking and then you're on drugs and you have gambling problems, I mean, a lot of the times, you never know what these individuals will be willing to do because obviously they're willing to do whatever it takes to be able to get the money to either make the next bet or to be able to go to the next game. So pretty wild. But I think that's one of the more famous cases, because again, this guy, wanted to be seen. And that was kind of the downfall of him. If he wasn't so greedy to be seen all the time, maybe he could have gotten away with it a little bit longer. So I know it's crazy. We're already into February. Yeah, but I can't wait for the Rumble next Saturday. Tomorrow will be a long one too. Commanders, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs. Can't wait for that. And then we'll do Monday Night Raw on Monday on Netflix. It's going to be exciting next couple days. And this WWE Saturday night main event has been good. And again, I think WWE has done a great job on, promoting wrestling on Saturday nights. Me too. Me too.
At Dignity, we believe in nice. But what does nice mean? It means that every car is transparently priced. It means empowering you to explore your buying options right at home. Nice means having knowledgeable staff ready to answer all of your questions.
Oh, nice.
Lifetime protection on your investment with our no-cost lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, Oregon residents never pay Washington sales tax. Experience nice through the entire.
All right, let's take a look in the sport world on what we got going on. All right, NBA, Magic 119, Pistons 108 with a minute left in the fourth. Raptors 107, Hawks 86, 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Rockets 124, Cavs 117, which is surprising since the Cavs are one of the best in the NBA this year. 3:24 left in the fourth to make up 7 points. Knicks 132, Kings 113, 5 minutes to go. Sixers up by 1 against the Bulls, 86-85, 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Grizzlies up big on the Jazz, 88-67 in the third. Halftime, Lakers up on the Warriors, 59-58. Suns 50, Wizards 36, 5 minutes to go before halftime. And then the Pacers absolutely destroyed the Spurs in the Paris games, 136-98. And let's see what's going on the NHL side. Devils and Canadiens. Odin, your Devils are tied 3-3 with 31 seconds to go in the third period. Hurricanes and Islanders knotted up at 2. Bruins 3, Avalanche 1 final. And all these are finals. Oilers 3, Sabres 2 final. Kraken 4, Penguins 1. Shout out to the Kraken. Senators 2, Maple Leafs 1. Red Wings 2, Lightning 0. Blue Jackets 3, Kings 2 in OT. Stars 2-0 over the Blues. Flames 5-4 over the Wild. And then we got the Caps and Canucks at 7, the Predators and the Ducks, as well as the Panthers and the Sharks. Sidney Crosby with the lone goal for Pittsburgh, and we had 4 different individuals score for the Kraken: Bjorkstrand, Dunn, Tolvanen, and Matty Beniers. That's always nice to see, since the Kraken and Blazers have not been good this year, but they've been better within the last couple weeks, which is, good for fans. Nothing is worse than, trying to be a dedicated fan and seeing your team lose over and over and over again. Now Gunther and Jay trading blows. Yeet. 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 Oh. Big kick to the face. Nice German there. 2.
First time Jey Uso connected, it was flush. We almost had a new world heavyweight champion. Exhaustion setting in as this match continues. Both of these men, unbelievable.
Anybody that you're excited to watch? Two. I saw something on Prime or Freevee that has like the bare knuckle fights on there. Like there's like a link on there that you can watch like the fights. I'm not sure if that particular link is where you watch the Knucklemania, but I did see that like on my Freevee when I watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Transformer cartoon. They have their own channels on there on Amazon Prime Freevee. So if you don't pay for Prime anymore, then Freevee gives you a bunch of shows that you can watch for free, like Saved by the Bell, Ninja Turtles, old school episodes from the 80s and 90s of different things, Alf, Unsolved Mysteries. There's a little bit of everything. So pretty cool. I usually will go through those channels once in a while and try to see if I can gain some memories of some shows that I used to watch back in the day. Jay got Gunther up. Sit down, power bomb. 2. Is there a lot of females that are in the bare knuckle, or is it mostly men? I imagine there's got to be a few females. They have a female division, I assume. Those are some tough women and men. Bare knuckle? Not for the faint of heart. This has been a great main event. And again, the more and more that we can do these Monday Night Raws, WWE Saturday night main events, SmackDowns, it'll be good for the channel. Good counter there. Oh, big spear by Jay. 2. Oh, that was close. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get as many as we possibly can before the night ends. Shout out to Reefer for holding it down. Appreciate you very, very much. Big spear. And we'll be live tomorrow at noon for the Commanders and Eagles, and at 3:30 for Bills Chiefs. 7 hours straight. Nice splash. 1, 2. Oh, 2. Oh, my. Great shirt guy is excited. Good elevation off that splash right there. I mean, it's not RVD, and it's not Eddie Guerrero, but I'll take it. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. It might be over now. Uh-oh. 2. And a roll up. 1, 2. Damn it. Can't we get Jay a belt? Damn it. Like, Jay was one of those guys, I think, early on when they kind of separated Jay and Jimmy, where they probably thought that neither one could have like a singles run, like legitimately, but based off the yeet and the charisma, like Jay can definitely, have a singles belt, an IC belt, like, maybe not for Jimmy so much, but Jay definitely has proven that he can match up with pretty much anybody, big or small, and put on a good show. Damn it. I was really hoping that Jay was going to get that. Oh, my gosh. All of us would have went nuts, for sure. He had to lay on top of him. He's like, you're not getting up. No way, no how. Wow. I mean, if we're going to be getting WWE main event Saturday nights like this on the regular, I mean, this shows you how great WWE is. Like, this is literally their 4th show, right? You got Raw, you got SmackDown, you got NXT, and then this one is the 4th, right? And if you're going to be able to put up a 2-hour show on a Saturday like that, pretty fucking sweet. Reefer, anything that you want to see photo-wise? I'm going to stay on here for another maybe like 7 minutes or so, and I'll be able to do some more photos, but I want to make sure I can get you more photos of anything that you want to see, even though I know you don't really care about the photos that much. You're just supporting. Some people care about the photos more than others, but it's just something that, I like to be able to offer, if people want to be able to see something. Is there anything else you want to be able to see? I might have to check that out. But for a Saturday night, Saturday wrestling, I mean, if this was aired on a Monday night or a Thursday night, you would have never known. Like I said, it felt like kind of like a SmackDown Monday Night Raw vibe. And Triple H, Shawn Michaels, everyone that's in the process there, phenomenal job. And obviously we could have went over again, AFC, NFC championship game, predictions and previews that I did yesterday, but I'm glad that we, I made the executive decision to do this instead. And I think this was the smart decision. So I got you. We'll start off with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. I got you. And then obviously famous TLC with the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys.
Are going to be stacking points. I'm drinking points. The best of the best, and I have beat every single one of them. I'm just passionate now, even more passionate once I start.
One of my favorites of all time, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
My whole career has been a long shot. Nothing that I have done has been by accident.
One of the best sports entertainment world, ladies. She's a headline major. She's a top major. She's came on all of a sudden. Just she went from being just kind of in there. She's very like to oof, and we gave her the ball. She just took off. Let's just
Everyone trusted to be broke up winning these games. I didn't make history by dodging anybody. I made it by beating everybody.
One of my favorites of all time. Rest in peace, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
I have to go away for a while. Because I'm gonna go be a mother.
It was very intense. It's gotta be a whirlwind beyond anything that I really understand.
Thank you for sending that to me. I still got to take Paisley on a walk and whatnot, but eat a little bit. But if you're going to be watching, I'll probably tune into a little bit of that too, Odin. I appreciate you.
Everybody's been asking me, what is next for just everything in this company? For one title, the NXT Women's Championship.
I mean, when you think about, ladder matches, I mean, the first is always going to be this, obviously, with these two guys, but also, including some tables, ladders, and chairs. Hard to not think of these guys. I mean, icons, legends, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and Matt and Jeff Hardy. Facts. All right, sounds good. See you then. Have a good one. Appreciate that. Man, what a time to be alive if you're a wrestling fan in the 80s or 90s, man. Let me tell you. Coverage has concluded. One ladder. Epic. Well, I appreciate you guys very, very much. You guys are the best. And again, I'm going to try my best to be able to take care of everyone as much as I can. And thank you for making the stream successful so we didn't end up being at a zero. Anytime you end up putting in blood, sweat, and tears and hard work, it's always nice to be able to pay the bills, so to speak. So thank you so much, Reefer, for stepping up, and shout out to everyone that participated in the chat. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. Sarah, thank you for stepping up and helping out with the mod duties as well. Good to see you, Odin and Matt also. And I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much with Megan and Matt and Joshua and everyone, Odin, Reefer. Appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for your support. We'll be live tomorrow at noon for obviously the Commanders and the Eagles. We're going to be starting off with that matchup, which will be the NFC Championship game. And then as soon as that ends with no break, we're going to go right into the Bills and the Chiefs. So from 12 to 3:30, we're going to be here. Then from 3:30 to about 7, we're going to be here. It'll be a long, long day, but I think it'll be worth it. And then on Monday, we're going to do Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So definitely excited for that. So the next couple days is going to be jam-packed. Hang in there, Matt. Hopefully things will get a little bit better for you. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And that was a very successful WWE Saturday night main event. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. And I got one question for you. Well, talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Appreciate you, Reefer. You the man, and I am out. Gang.